Hello, my name's Andrew Marie, and this is my Inktober sketchbook. Last year, I decided I wanted to try to do Inktober and Huevember back to back, so that would be like 61 days of art. But since November is very close to Christmas, it didn't work out because I was very busy. It was just too stressful to do. I did, however, finish all of Inktober, and I managed to make almost every piece a video. So if you want to check that out, they're all on my channel. This is the one piece that I was able to do during November. The color for that day was a yellowish green. Today's color is going to be just like a lemon yellow. So one thing I did to get ready for Huevember was I took the Huevember color wheel and I swatched all of my watercolors, and then I tried to lay out all of my watercolor chips into a color wheel, and I picked out which days I thought which colors and which days kind of corresponded close to each other. And I labeled them all, and I have them in a stack, and then I pull out that color for whatever day it is, and I'm working on that. So I decided not to I kind of don't want to focus on too many rules for this challenge. I just want to be able to fill up a sketchbook pretty much. And so the main color for this piece is going to be lemon yellow, but if I want to introduce other colors, I totally can. So this is a macaw, and a lot of the macaws that I found were, a lot of the pictures had like yellow and blue, and so that's the one we're working on today, is a yellow and blue macaw. The sketch for this was actually a combination of 3 pictures that I found, and I took like the tail feathers from one picture, the wings from another, and the legs from another picture, and I spliced them all together to create this sketch. So I'm very inspired by the seasons, the weather, the holidays. So I think if I did manage to do this challenge during November, a lot of the subject matter and the colors would have been much more muted. But for summer, I think of summer as being very colorful and warm and vibrant. So doing this in the summer, I think, is just perfect. I'm going to pick out like different subject matter and like probably brighter colors. So a few things inspired me to do a bird. My sister had a ballet recital, and when we went to that, we had to watch all the little kids' classes dance first, and a lot of their music was from the movie Rio, and they had really colorful costumes, and it was just so adorable. And then I've been watching Gouache Zombie on Twitch, and she has a bird. And then my friend Jessica from Instagram, Jessica Creations, have been doing a lot of birds. And she has birds. And I was thinking about my bird that we used to have growing up. Her name was Bridget. She's actually my sister's bird. She was a blue parakeet. She's really cute. It's funny, I was trying to find a picture of her, but we had her before cameras were really readily available. Like cell phones then didn't have the best cameras on there. So I don't have too many pictures of her. Maybe I'll try to do her when it gets back to blue. Maybe I'll see if I can find a picture. I don't know yet. So one thing that's nice when you're doing a challenge like this, or like any challenge where you have to do a lot, is to use a smaller size paper. So for this one, I'm using watercolor moleskin, and the pages are roughly 5 by 7 or 6 by 8, somewhere around there. And I wanted to do this piece bigger, but I don't think I'd have finished it pretty quickly as I did this little guy. So having smaller sizes really helps get everything done. So for the main color, I used Winsor & Newton Lemon Yellow. And then for the other colors, Phthalo Blue from Daniel & Smith was the second main color I used. And then I used Winsor & Newton's Payne's Gray, So if you look, the beak and the neck and the legs are not actually about black. They're more the Payne's gray. And then I used a touch of sap green for the background at the very last bit. One thing that's nice is when I did this color wheel, it was back in November, and I've gotten a lot of new watercolors since then, and I haven't touched my old ones. So it'll be nice to go back and see all my new ones again and revisit them. So I tried to include some real-time footage in this one and some like kind of like sped up clips. So let me know which one you like best, if you like the combination of both or what. I know I like to watch the brush strokes of different people's artwork. I find it very relaxing. So for this whole painting, I just used one paintbrush. I believe it was I think it's a Princeton number 8 round brush. And it's got a very fine tip for all those tiny details. I find I go through a lot of fine tip paintbrushes pretty quick because I just wear down the very tippy tips of them. So one thing that I did that really helped a lot is I did the sketch over the weekend and I left everything set up so when I got home after work I could just paint for a little bit, like do like maybe the wings or just a wash. And that was really easy to set up and take and like just come home after work and just sit down and get some painting done. Because I already knew what colors I was going to use and I had the sketch all ready. And that helped a lot, and I hope that's something that I'll continue to do moving forward. Of course, I had to bring out my Posca pen for just a little bit. That's one of my favorite things to do is add the highlights at the end. One thing that I wished I maybe wouldn't have done is add a background. I like how it is right now. And then I added a background. I didn't want it kind of like floating in space either, but I think I preferred it with before I put in the background. However, the background was a lot of fun to do, so kind of makes it worth it. I think if I wanted to make prints of this one day, I'd probably omit the background and just do the bird. I think it might be cute on some like cotton or matte paper, just white with the bird in the middle. We'll see though. I don't have to turn everything into a print, but I like to. I just find scanning and editing and getting the prints and everything just so satisfying. So the background is the Payne's gray and the sap green, and when they blend together, they make some really great colors and textures, and it was a lot of fun doing that. One thing that I've been thinking about recently is that helps me finish a painting is that if I don't like it, I can always do it again later. Like maybe this one will just be a sketch for the final piece. It doesn't have to be a final piece. Just keeping that in mind gives me a lot of motivation to finish it because it takes the stress off of it. All right, thank you for watching. If you'd like to see what else I do for kind of like a summer Huevember challenge, you can follow me on my Instagram. I'll have the link down below. And I'll probably make a few more of these as videos. Oh, if you'd like, you can comment what animal you'd like to see me do next. I'm always looking for more ideas. And leave a like if you would like. All right, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a great day.